Om Shanti. Today's Murli essence. Sweet children, you have to remain very happy in your thoughts, words, and deeds. Make everyone happy. Don't cause anyone sorrow. Question. What should you, doubly non-violent children, pay attention to? Answer. Pay attention that you don't say any words by which anyone would experience sorrow, because to cause anyone sorrow, even through words, is violence. We are going to become deities, therefore, our behavior has to be very royal. Our food and drink should neither be too rich nor too simple. Song. This is a battle between the weak and the strong. Om Shanti. The Father first of all explains to the sweetest, long lost and now found children every day. Sit here while considering yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. It is said, attention please. So the Father says, firstly, pay attention to the Father. The Father is so sweet. He is called the ocean of love and the ocean of knowledge. So you also have to become loving. You should experience happiness in your every thought, word, and deed. Don't cause anyone sorrow. The Father doesn't make anyone unhappy. The Father has come to make you happy. You too must not cause any type of sorrow for anyone. You must not perform any such action. It shouldn't even enter your thoughts. However, that will be your stage at the end. The physical senses make you make one mistake or another. If you consider yourself to be a soul and consider others to be your brothers' souls, you won't cause anyone sorrow. If you don't look at the body, how could you cause anyone sorrow? This requires incognito effort. This is all work for the intellect. You are now becoming those with divine intellects. When you had divine intellects, you experienced a lot of happiness. You were the masters of the land of happiness, were you not? This is the world of sorrow. This is very simple. That land of silence is our sweet home. We came from there to play our parts. We played our parts of sorrow for a long time, and we now want to go to the land of happiness. Therefore, we have to consider ourselves to be brothers. Souls cannot cause sorrow for souls. Consider yourself to be a soul while talking to souls. The soul is seated on the throne. This is Shiv Baba's chariot. Daughters say that they are decorating Shiv Baba's chariot, that they are feeding Shiv Baba's chariot. So they only remember Shiv Baba. He is the benevolent Father. He says, I even benefit the five elements. There nothing ever causes any difficulty. Here there are sometimes storms and sometimes intense cold and sometimes something else. There it is constantly spring. There is no mention of sorrow there. That is heaven. The Father has come to make you into the masters of heaven. God is the highest on high. He is the highest on high Father and the highest on high Supreme Teacher. And so he would definitely make you the highest on high. You were Lakshmi and Narayan. You have forgotten all of these things. Only the Father explains all of these things. When the rishis and munis were asked if they knew the Creator and the beginning, the middle and end of creation, they said, Neti Neti, neither this nor that. Since they didn't have this knowledge, how could it have continued from time immemorial? The Father says, only at this time do I give you this knowledge. Once you are in salvation, there is no need for this knowledge. There is no degradation there. The golden age is called salvation. Here there is degradation. However, no one knows that they are in a state of degradation. The Father is remembered as the liberator, the guide, and the boatman. He takes everyone's boat across from the ocean of poison, that is called the ocean of milk. They have portrayed Vishnu in a lake of milk. All of that is praise from the path of devotion. They have a big lake in which they place a very big image of Vishnu. The Father explains, you used to rule the whole world. You have experienced defeat and victory many times. The Father says, lust is the greatest enemy. By conquering it, you become the conquerors of the world. So you should do that in great happiness. You may live at home with your families on the household path, but live as purely as a lotus. You are now changing from thorns into flowers. You now understand that this is a forest of thorns. They harass one another so much they even beat one another. The Father tells you, sweetest children, it is now the stage of retirement for all of you. It is the stage of retirement for all young and old. You are now studying to go beyond. You have now found the Sadguru. He will definitely take you beyond sound. This is a university. God speaks, I teach you Raj Yoga and make you into the kings of kings. Those who were worthy of worship kings then became royal worshippers. So the Father says, children, make effort very well, imbibe divine virtues. You may eat, drink, and go to Srinath, etc. There you receive a lot of food cooked with clarified butter. They also have wells of clarified butter. Who eats all of that? Those worshippers. They have made images of Srinath and Jagannath in black stone. They have dirty images of the deities in the Jagannath temple. They cook a big pot of rice there. When the rice is cooked, it automatically splits into four equal parts. They offer bhog of just rice because everything is now ordinary. On this side, all are poor, and on the other side, all are wealthy. Just look how poor everyone is now. We don't even have enough to drink or eat. In the golden age, you have everything. The Father sits here and explains to souls. Shiv Baba is very sweet. He is the incorporeal. It is the souls that is loved. It is the soul that is invoked. When someone dies, the body is burnt and the soul is invoked and a lamp ignited in his memory. They do that because they think that the soul is in darkness. The soul is without a body, and so how can there be any question of darkness? These things do not exist there. All of that is the path of devotion. The Father explains so well. Knowledge is very sweet. You have to listen with your eyes open. You will at least then look at the Father. You know that Shiv Baba is present here, and so you should sit with your eyes open, should you not? You should look at the unlimited Father, should you not? Earlier, when the daughters used to look at Baba, they would go into trance. They would go into trance while just sitting together. They used to run around with their eyes closed. It was a wonder. The father continues to explain. Consider yourself to be talking to your brother's soul. When you look at one another or explaining to your brother's soul, will you not take the advice of the unlimited Father? If you become pure in this last birth, you will become the masters of the pure world. Baba explains to many. Some instantly say, Baba, I will definitely become pure. It is good to remain pure. When a Kumari is pure, everyone bows down to her. When she gets married, she becomes a worshipper. She then has to bow down to everyone. So purity is good, is it not? When there is purity, there is also peace and prosperity. Everything depends on purity. You call out, O purifier, come. Ravan doesn't exist in the pure world. That is the kingdom of Ram, where everyone lives like milk and sugar. That is the kingdom of righteousness, and so how could Ravan exist there? They sit and relate the Ramayana, etc., with so much love. All of that is devotion. Daughters used to dance while having visions. There is the praise of the boat of truth. It will rock but never sink. People are not forbidden to go to any other gatherings, but they are told not to come here. The Father is giving you knowledge. You become BKs. You definitely have to become Brahmins. The Father is the one who establishes heaven, and so we surely have to become the masters of heaven. Why are we still here in hell? We now understand that we were previously worshippers. We are now becoming worthy of worship for 21 births. We have been worshippers for 63 births, and we will now become the worthy of worship masters of heaven. This knowledge is for changing from an ordinary human into Narayan. God speaks, I make you into kings of kings. Impure kings bow down to pure kings. There is definitely a temple in the palace of every conqueror. It would generally be a temple to Radhe and Krishna, Lakshmi and Narayan, or Ram and Sita. Nowadays, they even build temples to Ganesh or Hanuman, etc. There is so much blind faith on the path of devotion. You now understand that you truly did rule a kingdom and that you then fell onto the path of sin. The Father now explains to you that this is your last birth. Sweetest children, you were in heaven at first, then you gradually came down and have now fallen to the floor. You then say, we were very elevated, and the Father is making us elevated once again. We continue to study every 5,000 years. This is called the repetition of the history and geography of the world. Baba says, I am making you children into the masters of the world. It will be your kingdom over the whole world. It says in the song, Baba, you gave us such a kingdom that no one can snatch it away from us. There are now so many partitions. They fight over water and land. They continue to look after their own people. If they didn't do that, youths would start to throw stones. Those people think that youth are strong and will therefore protect Bharat. So they are now showing their strength. Look at the condition of the world. It is the kingdom of Ravan. The Father says, this is the devilish community. You are now becoming those of the deity community. How could there be a war between devils and deities? You are becoming doubly non-violent. Deities are called doubly non-violent. It is said, Non-violence is the supreme religion of the deities. Baba has explained that to cause anyone sorrow through words is also violence. You are becoming deities, so there has to be royalty in every respect. Your food and drink should neither be too rich nor too simple. It should be just right. Kings, etc., speak very little. The subjects have a lot of love for their kings. Look at what is happening here. There are now so many riots and so much revolution. The father says, it is when the conditions are like this that I come and make the world peaceful. The government wants everyone to become united. All are brothers. This is a play. The father says to you children, you don't have to worry about anything. There is a lot of difficulty about grain. There will be so much grain that you will be able to receive as much as you want without any expense. You are now establishing that deity kingdom. We are making our health such that we will never become diseased. This is a guarantee. We are also making our characters like those of the deities. You can explain to ministers according to whatever field they are ministers of. You have to explain with great tact. They write very good opinions. However, when you tell them that they should also come to understand this, they say that they don't have the time. Tell them when important people make some noise, the poor will also benefit. The father explains, death is now over everyone's head while you are saying, today, tomorrow, death will eat you up. You have become like Kumbhakarna. Children enjoy explaining a great deal. Baba has had these pictures made. Dada did not have this knowledge. You receive an inheritance from your physical fathers and from the Parlokik Father. You don't receive an inheritance from the Alokik Father. This one is the agent in between. There is no inheritance from him. You must not remember Prajapita Brahma. You will not receive anything from me. I am also studying. Those are just limited inheritances, whereas the other inheritance is from the unlimited Father. What inheritance would Prajapita Brahma give you? The Father says, constantly remember me alone. This one is the chariot. You must not remember the chariot. God is called the highest on high. The Father sits here and explains to souls. It is the soul that does everything. The soul sheds one skin and takes another. There is the example of the snake. You are buzzing moths. You buzz knowledge. By relating this knowledge, you can make anyone into a master of the world. Why would you not remember the Father who makes you into the masters of the world? The Father has now come, and so why do you not claim your inheritance from Him? Why do you say that you don't have time? Good children are able to understand in a second. Baba has explained to you that people worship Lakshmi. What do you receive from Lakshmi and what do you receive from Amba? Lakshmi is a goddess of heaven. They ask her for alms of money. Amba makes you into a master of the world. She fulfills all your desires. All your desires are fulfilled through Srimad. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharna. Make the awareness of being a soul firm so that you don't make any mistake through the physical senses. Don't look at the body. Pay attention to the one Father. It is now your stage of retirement. Therefore, make effort to go beyond sound. Definitely become pure. Let it remain in your intellect that the boat of truth will rock but never sink. Therefore, don't be afraid of obstacles. Blessing, may you be a world benefactor who is merciful by finishing the ego of the self and any doubts. No matter how many defects a soul has, how harsh the sanskars of the soul may be, even if he doesn't have any wisdom and is always insulting others, the children who are merciful, world benefactors, will be lawful and loveful with all souls. They will never have any doubts as to whether someone will be able to change or not, or that this one is always like that, or this one cannot do anything. I alone am everything, but that one is nothing. Putting aside this type of ego and doubts, and while knowing about the weaknesses and defects, the children who are able to forgive and be merciful are successful in the service of world benefit. Slogan: where there is the cooperation of body, mind, and wealth of Brahmins, success is with you. Om Shanti.